basically, I guess this conversation is about the thing I do the most that annoys him. And that's being easily distracted.
Yeah.
I am very easily distracted. I will literally sit there, be in mid-sentence, and just stop talking and not even remember I was talking. That's one good example.
Yeah. And then usually I have to remind you of what you were just talking about.
Or another one of his favorite things that I do is I will be mid-sentence and I will see a squirrel and I will have to yell squirrel. Usually when I do that though, I will go right back to what I was talking about though.
Like, that's the good times of it, of her stopping what she's saying, getting distracted.
I can't help it. Easily distracted. Like what are those birds that are attracted to shiny things and they steal?
I can't.
Is it crows? Is it crows? I think it's crows. It's probably not crows. The other real fun thing I do with the whole distracted thing is he has what he calls spaghetti brain. Now, we had this described to us by a friend. All women have spaghetti brain. Everything is all intertwined and touching and intermingling, and men have boxes. Everything is in boxes.
And this is in for, like, the pattern of our thought.
And, I have a severe case of spaghetti brain. Like, absolute. I will be mid-sentence and I'll say something and it'll trigger my brain to go, ooh. And I'll just be on a completely different topic. And sometimes spaghetti brain, it's a short path. And I get there and it just kind of pops out of my mouth. And other times it's something that I just can't get back to the original tangent on.
Okay.
By the way, we live in Ohio and people do not know how to drive because it is either A, snowing, or B, raining. And today it is snowing.
And even though it happens every single year, it's like people don't know how to drive in it.
It's new every year. It's fantastic. So, example of spaghetti brain is we'll be talking about something and he brings up something about, empty or hollow, and my brain instantly goes, man, hollow chocolate bunnies piss me off. Now that's like a nice one that he can kind of follow, but there will be ones that'll just be, I have to go through Kevin Bacon. How do you connect this to Kevin Bacon kind of standards of explaining how I got from, we were talking about kittens to the worst we were talking about kittens and I went to the worst post-apocalyptic movie I can think of.
Yeah.
Like in a bad movie sense, worst. Like just a bad movie. And the tangent will follow some kind of line of kitties. Ooh, kitties have sharp claws. They're evil. Ooh, evil. Don't fall. Suck!
I love when people wait till the last second to put on a turn signal. And then
turn signal. It's supposed to alert me within so many feet of your destination of turning that you're gonna turn. So back to sharp, evil kitty claws, and that's evil. And then, like, supervillain, and the tangent just kind of continues to follow that line. And then he'll sit there and be like, we were talking about kittens! And of course I have to explain the tangent in my brain, and this is not like I went silent for 15 minutes. It's like...
this is just while she's talking.
And because we haven't had any sleep at all last night, because he works third shift and I choose to stay up so that we can spend time together because he works third shift, I can't talk this morning, and also there's probably going to be tangents. I mean, you missed a great one because one of my earlier tangents involved geese. I do not like birds. I do not like geese. I do not like pet birds. I hate birds. I don't like them. I especially hate geese. I have a very grand hate for geese.
They're always like, I don't know, ornery.
So I went on this whole tangent of how do you tell if a goose is male or female? Because I sure don't want to go and physically have to touch a goose to find out. So he Googles this, and basically it gets down to you're either touching the goose, you're waiting until they're laying eggs, or you listen to their honk. Now, unfortunately, to me, I think all geese sound like bicycle horns, so...
So that really doesn't help all that much.
No. So half the tangent was me coming up with interesting things to call, you know, the time of year when they lay eggs, which it got down to of egg pooping season. Because that's just where my brain is at right now. Enjoy. And then the other thing is we went to Payless to look at shoes.
Some workout shoes.
Which I brought up earlier, I think. I have no idea. And I got on this fact of, quick side note here that will explain this all. He has an irrational fear of kangaroos.
Seriously.
Do you want to elaborate on that anymore?
Like, not to the fact that they'll kick stuff and people, and it's really powerful and it'll hurt. But to the fact of, if you look up, there are videos. If kangaroos have a set path that they want to go on, they will go on it. And they will go in a straight line. So, as example of, if your house is in the way, they will bang on the door or the window, whatever they've come in contact with, wanting to just go through it instead of go around your house.
So, if you live in an area with kangaroos, I mean, this is just what we read, this is all supposedly. If you live in an area where kangaroos might be traveling, you have to have reinforced glass. Now, of course, we're American, we don't live in Australia, we don't know anybody that lives in Australia, so we don't know if this is true or not, and if it is, holy crap, that is terrifying. Along that lines, because I've revealed he is afraid of kangaroos, I am deathly afraid of moose. They're horrible stink monsters. They are just terrible.
They also charge cars.
They charge cars for no reason. You can look this up. I am deathly afraid of moose. It's an irrational fear. I'm allowed to have it. So we go in the shoe store, and there's this brand of shoes called kangaroos. Okay? Yeah. For adults. Thought that was only like a kid's thing, that stupid names. So instead of calling it a kangaroo, I called it a wallaby. Because wallabies are just mini kangaroos.
And of course I had to correct her that it says plainly kangaroo on the side.
I was just trying to be nice and not trigger him.
And then, you know, I only thought of when she said wallabies are just like smaller kangaroos. It's like, yes, because now wallaby actually helps.
What? They're tiny. You could punt a wallaby. I've seen a wallaby. It doesn't even come halfway up your shin. I am sure wallabies are not terrifying. You know what's more terrifying that's the size of a wallaby? A koala. Fuck a koala.
Koalas will rip your face off.
Koalas will eat your face.
And they drop from trees.
Hey, spider monkey that shit. So, you know, and my brain immediately went on the tangent is because I am a 90s baby. I grew up in the 90s. So that's when we had all the bad stuff that we shouldn't have watched. Like,
Rocko's Modern Life.
Well, that's where I was trying not to go right away. But yeah, Rocko's Modern Life. Wallaby, because he's a wallaby. It's gonna fall.
Swung
Okay. Keep it back in place. There. Great glamour shot. So, Ren and Stimpy. There we go. That's what I was thinking of.
Ren and Stimpy was not for kids there.
Not that I think SpongeBob now is for kids. Or anything else they have on TV. Makes them all dumber. Yeah, but we didn't exactly have, like, totally kid-friendly shows. I don't know why our parents... I know why our parents, they did not pay attention. I mean, I'm sorry, there's literally a scene in Rocko's Modern Life where he is a phone sex operator. And it's not even like they're trying to be subtle about it.
No, he's on the phone going, oh baby, oh baby, oh baby.
Oh, forgot the last O. I swear, it's gonna fall. Poke it back in my water bottle. Back beast. So started on this tangent about, I can't remember if his next door neighbor was a toad or a frog. It looks like a frog, but I think his name was Mr. Toad.
Because, you know, they never needed to actually be correct on shows back then.
I know, but I can't remember if it was a frog or a toad, and this upsets me. And then the rant continued that his best friend one of his best friends happened to be a turtle who fell in love and married a cat with one hand. I think the cat was a dentist.
I vaguely remember.
I'm just gonna keep poking it with my water bottle. I have no sense of maturity right now either, so it's like extra fun. No, it was a dentist. He was a dentist and the cat kept singing. Did the cat sing it? I know the song by Frank Sinatra kept getting played during that show of Come Fly With Me, Come Fly Away. Also, his best friend was a cow named Heifer. And he wasn't a vegetarian. And he ate meat. And he was raised by wolves, which... Holy crap, was that show weird.
There's quite a few things from the 90s that were weird.
I know. We grew up in such a great time. Like Freakazoid.
Yeah. Cow and Chicken.
Animaniacs.
Pinky and the Brain. Which really only taught you to come up with plans to, either enslave people or take over the world. Or both.
I'm pretty sure that's why I'm a diabolical, I want to take over the world type. It's Pinky and the Brain. Also, I say Narf. I'll just be randomly sitting there and I'll just say Narf. Sometimes people look at me weird because they don't know what Narf is.
Yeah, some people don't get it, and then, the other thing that's fun for me is, instead of Narf, sometimes going snarf and seeing who gets that.
Fuck Snarf. Well, a few more people will get it, I think, because they remade the show, which didn't that only last like 2 years or something?
Yeah,
I couldn't watch it.
It didn't go that
It
long.
was a piece of shit. I hated it. I was so excited. I loved the Thundercats. Now I'm thinking about Psych.
Another one was Real Monsters.
Ooh, I loved Our Real Monsters. Ickis was my favorite.
I mean,
I loved Ickis. I wanted to be Ickis when I grew up.
that show is great, and I think about, like, also really what the Rugrats taught us. I mean,
They taught us to keep shit in our pants.
you know, more or less, if you're wanting to do something, do it.
Keep shit in your pants.
Apparently, if you're wanting to hide stuff from people, you should just keep it in your pants.
Which we should know from watching any movie that has pot in it. That you cannot hide pot in your pants. Because a drug-sniffing dog will come bite your ding-ding. I also do not like to say the word penis. Because if I say penis, I start thinking about King of the Hill. And then that just turns into like a 5-hour rant about how Peggy is the stupidest motherfucker. But I'll contain myself. Oh god, we're gonna die.
We're good.
Ooh, that snowplow was a little close there.
Yeah, he is going over the line there in the middle.
Pretty good, yeah. So I tend not to try to say the word penis too often, and so I end up saying stupid shit like ding ding or dingy. It is a ding ding or a dingy. It is not a penis. Penis.
Penis.
Penis. Now, see, you're gonna get me started on Peggy. You know this rant. I've heard this rant quite a bit. I absolutely love the show King of the Hill, by the way. I just do not like Peggy. I don't like her at all. I find her to be annoying and frustrating, and it makes me so mad because I love everybody. I love everybody else on that show, especially Boomhauer. But you know you've watched that show too long when you understand what Boomhauer is saying.
Yeah, that's when, you know, maybe you need to take a break, watch something else.
Oh, but you can't just watch one season of King of the Hill. You start by watching the first episode, and then next thing you know, Bobby's joined a cult. It's great. Oh, I love Bobby.
Or, you know, he's trying to join that Rose Show competition.
Oh, the Rose Show! Or the Puppet.
Yeah.
Puppet was one of my favorites.
The Manger Baby.
Oh god, not the Manger Babies. I love Luann though. Oh, I love Luann. She is just, she's a barrel of something.
Yeah.
Man, I do not think King of the Hill got a fair run.
It went for a while there.
I really feel like King of the Hill should have got a longer run instead of this crack as shit, Family Guy, American Dad. I mean, King of the Hill is just a way better show, like, in general. Like, the situations actually feel like somebody kind of goofy and weird could fumble into these situations, where Family Guy is just...
It still feels like, you know, these situations could happen. Where, you know, yeah, when Family Guy started out, it was funny.
It's not funny anymore.
But it's just not funny anymore, and it's gotten down to me, the same old jokes over and over. They're just trying to tell them in a different way. Which, if you take 2 seconds and think about it, it's the same jokes.
And I mean, you know, American Dad was a good reprieve, but it's just getting to the same point.
Yeah. And I mean, really, one of the things that's hopeful with Family Guy, but of course they had to find some stupid thing to bring Brian back, was I was actually happy that character died.
I know, I hated Brian.
Because at that point, the character, to me, was annoying.
He was annoying in the first season.
Like, more than usual annoying.
Like, Peggy was annoying in the kind of way that I could watch, even though she frustrated me to no end. But Brian is some character that I just hated with everything, and I just wanted nothing to do with him. And I was glad when he died, and when they brought him back 2 episodes later. Like, you didn't even get, like, half a season. You got 2 episodes.
Yeah,
well,
and then,
an episode and a half free of Brian.
And then he's back, and it's like nothing happened.
Even Stewie's gotten old. And that's sad, because I loved Stewie.
Yeah. But it's...
I know. Well, the other thing I'm really mad about is the Cleveland show did not do as good as I wanted it to. And it's just, I loved the Cleveland show. I did. I'm just mad that it didn't do as well as I wanted it to. Oh well.
Yeah. And no, there's plenty of shows that...
We could just ramble on about those shows. I just really think that this is kind of like us rambling and driving and talking about stuff that annoys us, basically. I think that's pretty much what this turned into, because...
Yeah.
I mean, that's literally what it was supposed to be about anyway. Well, either way, I was gonna sign out as soon as we got to, the Mart of the Wallies. Alright. Well,
Alright.
see you later. You
Bye, folks.